Hey guys, welcome back for another edition of Star Wars Force Arena. I'm glad you enjoyed the last video. Thank you for the support there, I appreciate it. Instead of focusing on one character this time around, I want to go over some general strategies and tips and tricks to help you achieve whatever your goals are. So you might want to just get to tier 4 really quickly to, unlock all the cards and be able to start trying them out and seeing what kind of deck you want to build, where you want to invest your gold, into which cards. So in a little bit I'll tell you about the cards I use and the strategies to get really quickly from the beginning of the game up to tier 4 where they're all unlocked. But I also want to address people who might have different goals. So let's say you want to be at the top of this game, you want to climb to Kyber. What are some things you might need to do to get there? So I want to tell you a little bit about the process that I've used to be a competitor at games like League of Legends, World of Warcraft's Arena, where I got to, the 96th percentile in both of those games. And so what I've learned there really can still apply to this game if you decide to take it seriously or more seriously. And if not, if you're just having fun, then these will at least be something to think about and can hopefully help you win a few more games. So without further ado, here are my 4 main tips. Okay, so tip number 1 is increase your game knowledge to the highest extent that you can. So for this game, like if you go look at decks, do you actually know like what each of the heroes and villains do? Do you know what the cards do? What are the strengths and weaknesses? For example, I was playing earlier and I ran into this lady, Sabine Wren, and it was like one of the first times I fought her, and I'm like, what the heck? She just like blew up my troops without using a card and was just a pain to deal with. So, I looked at the skill, figured out that, okay, yeah, she blows them up, she jumps backwards. Now I know that, a more blobby light troop unit strategy is not going to work for that person. You have to know what they're going to be capable of, what they're going to try to do, and so that's the most basic. Number 2 is be really self-critical. So if you just made a mistake in a game, think about that. Now the main tip to go with this is, if you really want to up your game for this or any game, you got to record and watch your footage. See what you mess up, because trying to remember it after the fact, after you just did a game, or thinking about it in the middle of the game, is actually really hard, and you'll learn a lot more. Like I just watched the video, that I'd made for Grand Admiral Thrawn, and actually when I'm trying to walk past one of the health things, I freaking miss it. And I made some other errors too, like over deploying in some spots when I thought they might get wiped out, those kinds of things. So you have to be really self-critical, even though it's not fun. Every little thing you can improve with your own game is good, and it's much more beneficial than being like, oh, that person got lucky, this card's OP, that champion's OP. Just focus on what you can do, because you're the only common denominator throughout all your games. What can you improve? Tip number 3 is do your research. So there's going to be tons of videos out on YouTube like this one, with specific people like Cassian or Luke, and you have to see what kind of strategies you can center around the character that you're using. And I'm sure people have found out super OP things, so go research those. But keep in mind that the meta is always shifting, and try to still just focus on improving yourself, your knowledge of the game, and all that, along with researching whatever is the most flavor of the month strategy. Okay, so for the 4th tip is a really hard one to do, but I think it's super important, and it's how to not throw games, which means like lose a game that you're winning. It's basically, as you're going through the game, you should constantly be trying to keep in mind what could go wrong here and what do I have available. So let me give you an example. Like let's say you're doing really good, and now you think, what could go wrong here? One of the things that might pop into your mind is, even though I'm winning on this side, maybe they sent like one sniper that's taking out my turret, so I should check that. I should check the mini-map. That's something that could go wrong. Or if you've got a big blob of stuff pushing to one of their turrets, and you're about to deploy a troop, you can think, what could go wrong here? Maybe they're going to use a bomb or like the dioxin gas to blow up on my troops, so maybe I should wait a second and stagger that a little bit behind. So even though it's not fun, you should always be thinking about what could go wrong so that you can act accordingly to prevent that. And then you should also be thinking about what you have available. So is your champion's ability ready? If not, is it coming up and being ready to use it, you know, as soon as it's necessary? So one way to try to keep this in mind is, as a Star Wars kind of theme here, if you saw Rogue One, you know, the monk guy is always saying, I am one with the Force is with me. And so you can make this kind of a mantra, like what's gonna go wrong here, what's available to me. So if you're always thinking about those kinds of things, I think you'll improve your game by a lot. Alright, so on to the actual gameplay. Okay, so the deck is pretty much centered around a two-phase strategy. One is just defend efficiently and well in the first part, and then once you kind of clear their troops, you do a push. And so it's got a couple tanks, like I got the ATST out of a pack, and so I love the Chicken Walker, it seems to do pretty good. And you know, the other things are great for defense. Probe Droid is excellent AoE, same with the gas. And then, you know, you got the other things to just tank and do some damage. So let me show you a couple games here. We'll see how we go. I did encounter some rough matches earlier. Actually, this guy I think is one of the hardest ones. Ooh, Mr. Sniper. It's gonna be ugly. You can get a lot of work done from really far away. Alright, so I'm not gonna try to deploy anything in the beginning. We're just gonna chill. Let our energy pool up. See what he's gonna start with. Okay, he's starting a bunch of troops. So we're gonna put that there. And that there. Now it's going to blow up and get rid of a lot of his guys. And that's going to hit his leader. Let's go back and heal up, because we do not want to get killed early. Alright, now we're going to boost our ability. Alright, so we got rid of that tank. Alright, we're going to go get a little more health so that that random tower he put down doesn't kill us. So he put down a tower. He shouldn't be able to do too much anytime soon. Just kidding. Alright, use his ability again, boost up, kill that thing, bring it back, kill these guys. Let's get this guy down to start. Oh man, he sniped me, what a whore. Alright, we at least blew up his tower. He's gonna die, I think. There we go. He's dead. See if we can get some damage rolling here. Now, even though it's tempting to over-deploy, I don't think one half-dead vehicle is going to get that much done. So let's just stock up, get our energy working up. Now let's Chicken Walker. Boom. Now what's he put down? He put down the tank again. So I'm sure he's going to put down troops to support it. So we're going to put that down, tank some damage, buy some time. Alright, there we go. We're going to do this. Now we're going to boost everything, and we're going to rock through all this stuff. Ooh, gotta back up. Ooh, gotta back up. Alright, so we got the leader. We blew up all his other guys. We blew up that thing. Now we're going to get damage on the turret. Alright, let's go steal his health. Woo! Oop, I died. That was not a good plan. We probably could have got the tower there. That was actually a really bad plan. Alright. Just going Hambo on this guy. Go more Hambo. So that was a serious error. Like I was saying, you gotta be self-critical, and so that was a really dumb call. Really, really dumb. So we're not gonna make that call again. We're just gonna get that. We're gonna gas all these things. Now look, I was just thinking about what could go wrong, and of course he put some little somethings over here. Let's see, okay, it wasn't anything big. So now all we really have to do is defend this tower, because we've already blown up his thing, and I think it ends in a few seconds. So I'll go like that. Alright, so we got him, and that guy is actually the hardest for my deck to deal with, I would say. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that again. Luke, he's a pretty tough one too, actually. See how we go. So again, we're going to try to defend. intelligently and not over push until we have a really good blob, and then we try to push and take a turret. Alright, so we already started with something. What's he got? A tank. And troops. So let's put those down. Throw out our dioxin bomb, get some damage on all that. We're gonna actually boost up here. Okay, that didn't quite kill my guys, which is good. We can do a little push now. Just a little baby push. Oh no, I'm getting away from you, Skywalker. Put down some Deveronians. Alright. No heavy gunners. Let's just wait patiently. See, we could have over deployed there, but trying to think about what's going to go wrong, and he could have easily countered whatever I put out. So instead, we're stockpiling our energy. We're going to stagger. So I'm going to put the chicken walker down. Now we're going to have this to deal with his tank. Heavy gunner's got a lot of damage off. We'll throw dioxin bomb, clear out all those weenies. I'm not going to go grab my health. I'm just going to stay here and keep pushing. Okay, Luke, I don't know what you think you're going to reflect, but not a whole lot. No! Okay, so there we go. Not even close, right? Alright, so we got that down. The chicken walker is commencing its march on the other thing. We're gonna go get our health. And again, we could over deploy here, but I'd rather just stockpile our energy. We got 2 times energy regen. Let's chicken walker again. Same stuff, different day. Probe droid, that's gonna blow up and get rid of a lot of his stuff. Oh, this guy goes hambo. Look at that guy. Holy crap. Alright, now I know he uses the fighter. Alright, who's hitting me over here? Oh, it's a freaking tank. Alright, we got rid of that tank. We're gonna put these guys down, use Thrawn's ult, boost up. There's Ben Kenobi. He's got a lot of mans down. We're gonna just dioxin bomb. Oh no, move! Move! I couldn't move. Okay, but anyways, we should still be good. They should get some good damage on that tower. And if nothing else, we're gonna chicken walker again. I'm pretty sure this is a tank. Let's find out. I knew it. It was definitely a tank. Ooh, scare time, scare life. Alright, but he didn't kill it in time. And even so, I think we're gonna have some pretty good marches and retaliations there. So alright, hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, what kind of videos you want me to do, and good luck in the arena. Don't forget to use those tips. So if you try to use this deck, number 1, strategic defense, and then try to blob and speed everybody up with Thrawn's ult. And then the general things, work on your game knowledge, be critical and record your play so you can look at your errors, research what other people do, and try to keep in mind what could go wrong and try to counter it. Alright, peace.